This is me mixing. Ooh. Give him glory. Give him glory. Give him glory. Oh, what color are you going to do today? Don't worry about it, sweetheart. Don't worry about it. Oof. I dare not trust no other name. Nobody but Jesus. I'll be having to take my time, baby, because I get excited. Nobody but Jesus. Have you ever been somewhere, baby, you had to cry out, Jesus. Nobody but. I don't know how I'm supposed to make this video. My hope and trust. Is there anybody else who like to come in? Not on the slow part of the song. Even Tina Turner was like, we're going to do this nice and slow. Thank God God didn't call me to be nice. That he delivered me from being nice. And he said, be kind, my daughter. Maybe. My hope and trust is built on your name. My hope. We want to do this like pancake. Oh, that look good. See, it feels very good to be back doing my hair. And I was really afraid of doing my hair because I was like, Lord, now that I found you through Christ, through Jesus Christ, now that I found Jesus and he's redeemed me, he paid a high price for me. I don't think I have a say anymore. I don't care about my hair. I'm just happy to be here. But 5 years later, not one, not two, not three, not 4, 5 years later, you know, that's why we got to stop being disobedient. But it's very hard. You know, it's not easy. It's only hard because we want to do what we want to do. And Lord, did I want to do what I want to do. You can't tell me nothing. Stevie, let's go back to the club. But God said, listen, your hair, no, let me get it right. God does not look at the outer person. He looks at the inner person. Thank God he does. Because there's many people that fumbled me. Sorry. But what I'm saying is, people judge. And where am I going to start with this color? What was I saying? Where am I going to start? I guess I should. Oh, the back. It's already, my scalp is already burned too. But I guess I should. I guess I could be a little civil. I don't want to be civil, but I have no choice. But anywho, back to what I was saying. When we get saved, we are very vulnerable. And so we can forget that the person who saved us has more say. And so sometimes it's more so like, oh my God, we've been doing things so wrong for so long and wasn't aware of it. Well, this is me. Let me speak for me. I was so afraid of doing things wrong again because I thought that I was doing good. Ain't that something? I thought that I was doing things right. And for years, right? And no, that wasn't the case. So, what did I do? I got saved by Christ and went into church and immediately started thinking that the people saved me. And God had to pluck me up out of there, out of several of them, and tell me, I called you for me. I didn't call you to man. Did they save you or did I save you? And I'm like, yes, this is true. But how am I supposed to learn? You know, I know there's other people who have that operate with your spirit that you have trusted to teach me. He was like, yeah, you're still not listening. Let's go ahead and lay down again in a little depression, a little suicide, a little anxiety. And little is a very, very strong word because it was not a little. It was a lot. Now, notice I'm not going to go to my roots yet because they are on fire. This hair is on fire. That's what I want to sing after. But anywho, another thing too is when you are double-minded, and this is like ADHD, ADD, schizophrenic, bipolar, anything that has to deal with multiple voices. And this is a thing too. I kept saying, how is a person double-minded when we're supposed to have all these thoughts? And that's when God is like, yeah, lay down again because you keep trying to use your brain. That's how you got in trouble the first time. And I had to send my son for you. So I'm like, well, you made me, you created me in your image. You created me in your likeness. And, now I'm not supposed to think. All my life I had to fight. But anywho. What happens is when we experience, well, let me speak for myself. When I experienced molestation, and let's just call it what it is, when I experienced rape, because anything that penetrates, stop talking about is molestation. That's like a comfortable downplaying the word, No. If something has happened to you and it was penetration, then that is rape, especially if you're a kid. Because I was not dropping it like it was hot. Technically I was asleep, but you know how that goes. Dirty dog. But again, I forgive because God told me to. So what I'm saying is I bring that up to say that when things like that happens, it can split your brain, and you can take on like another personality. It's kind of like how a superhero is. People just normalize stuff. Because even if you have Spider-Man, he's one person and then another person. Or if you have Superman, he's one person, he gets his little rocks or coins, and then he's another person. But what happens when your brain continues to split because multiple rapes, multiple experiences of molestation, multiple experiences of abuse, trauma, fear, like all these things. And every time that you split, something else is allowed to enter spiritually, right? Yeah, this is probably a lot for this video, but I'm just trying to say that I'm very thankful to be able to color my hair now. And I was quite worried in a sense, because I just was like, is this me finally that's talking? Do I really, when I say is it me that's finally talking, like, I want to make sure now that all my decisions include God, because when you're having sex out of marriage, when you continue to experience these traumatic experiences and you have the multiple splits in your personality, it can be anybody talking to you. And it can just have you very indecisive. It can create a lot of anxiety. And, perfect example. Like the movie Insight, or whatever one with joy, anxiety, anger, all of them. What do? Even your emotions can lie to you, right? The body and the mind is so fascinating. Like, you can let go of things in your brain and your body will keep the score. Like, stop playing, where you have to talk your body out of something. But I say all that to say what? Oh, just to kind of say, like, I finally get to get back to myself, like renewing the mind. Like, once you get saved, this is what people don't understand. When we get saved, well, when I got saved, I was so depleted. I was lost. So, because I was going to say at first, like, the message that is like, give your life to Jesus and you won't have no more troubles. That's not true. But you get saved. For me, I got saved at home on the floor. Like, I felt like I was dead. But I had an encounter. And I think the difference is I cannot unlive what I lived. I cannot unsee what I saw. Like, I knew that I was gone. And I know who I called and that he came. And it wasn't like, no, oh, Lord, come save me. No, it was like, I'm angry. I'm tired of this. Just leave me alone. And I just remember it being so dark. So, like, nothing. Like, nothing under me, nothing around me. And I'll never forget how I was like, you know what? Jesus, if you really real, then you will come save me. The audacity. But I was for real, like, I'm tired. This is ridiculous. My heart is broken. I'm angry. I want to set the world on fire. Ooh. I said, ooh, maybe I was bold. But I did that and nothing happened. And then I don't know where I get like I get a hand. And as I get this hand, I'm like, I don't want that hand. I asked for Jesus to come. I don't need no freaking hand. The last hand that was a hand was a man that kept molesting me or kept, raping me. No, I don't want no hand. Just leave me then. I said, oh, okay. But then the next hand that came, and I'm so thankful that the next hand even came, but it was a hand of a baby, a hand of a child, like a little hand. And I know y'all thinking, oh, no, it wasn't all. I took that hand, baby, and then now it said, now crawl. I said, wait a minute, I called on Jesus to save me. Like, a little kid came and got me. Like, it's time to go. Like, everything's going to be all fine. No. All hell broke loose. I had to take a deep breath on that. But I say that to say, what happens when all hell breaks loose and you're going to the church and you really just don't know what to do, They don't know what to do. You don't know what to do. So it's like, it's unfortunate that we have to be desperate. But I had to figure it out. I didn't want to keep lying, saying that everything was okay, knowing that it wasn't. And that's what got me here in the first place. But I didn't know it would be 5 years. But what I tell you today is, without a question in my mind, without doubt, I had to go back and I had to go make peace with those broken pieces. And baby, it was a lot. It was. But I wasn't alone. It's nothing like feeling alone and having to do life by yourself or with false miracle signs and wonders. It's nothing like it. And of course, because I got my little feelings hurt, because again, too, I had to now go deal with, the naysayers and God don't talk to you and and it hurt because it was like, oh, who's your family? Well, my family's not in church. My grandmother used to be in church, but guess what? She's no longer alive. And my other grandmother, okay, but I don't live there. Like, I found Christ and I want to learn on my own. I want to learn for myself. My family, they're not teaching. Because if they was, I wouldn't have never been here in the first place. Or I would have at least learned how to pray. All these I don't even remember now because prayer is so good. But all that, before I lay me down and sleep, don't let the bed bugs bite. Baby, don't let the demons come. Baby, don't let the monsters come. Father, in the name, I kept saying, why do we got to keep saying Jesus? Why we got to keep saying Jesus? I don't need no third party man. Baby, let me tell you something. If it had not been for Jesus, didn't I call on him? Ain't that like something you let somebody borrow some money and when you go to ask for it back after they were supposed to pay it back, you go ask for it back and they got an attitude? No wonder it took me 5 years. So don't let that be you. When you have a question, ask God yourself and test the spirit. You got to read your Bibles. And yes, it is not easy at first to read the Bible, but what I will tell you is there are apps now. YouVersion is really good. The Bible, like they have all these things. It's no excuse now for you to keep letting people, what I kind of got in my eye. I got to burn. I'm going down. No. Never. But don't let people keep telling you anything without you checking it and referencing it. Because I was angry at everyone in my family. Mother, cat, dog, brother, sister, child. But what happened was, again, God had to show me, you continue to listen to men when they cannot save you. So why do you keep listening to them? They ain't listening to you, and they're not supposed to. Who are you? You haven't caught the pattern yet? Right? But I was just like, well, this is my family, and I'm trying to tell them what happened to me because I was suicidal, and I want them to understand. He was like, but they're not where you are. And I said, but they have to come because I'm alone. No. They didn't. And truth be told, it's been a very challenging road to speak because, again, a lot of families are, you're seen but not heard. I don't know what that is. Let's get this baby like a relaxer, okay? No strand left behind. But I say all that to say, do the best you can. Keep crying out to God. Stop wondering. My God, I waited so long. Like, Lord, no, don't have me by myself. Bring my family along. And it was just, like, I can hear the Holy Spirit. Like, if you get to where you're supposed to be, maybe they will come. Maybe they won't. He gives everyone free will. But what's the point of having other people come that has not had an experience? No wonder they're going to backslide. No wonder why we've been backsliding. No wonder why we've never had a true intimate relationship. I don't care if you're on the usher board, the trustee, the board of boards, whatever. A title doesn't mean anything to God if if you don't have a relationship with him, and if he didn't give it to you, right? So I just say all of that to say we have to learn that it's okay that we don't have it together. We have to learn that it's okay to miss the mark, especially when you didn't know better. God is forgiving. He is merciful. I'm telling you, I should not be here from personal experiences. I'm telling you, right? Because what happens? You go through life, you're angry, you're thinking, especially like for me, when I woke up, when I was saying I thought about that place where I was in like a black space. It felt like I was in the sky, I guess, but everything just was black. And I'm like, well, I wasn't even scared that I was there. It was more so like I had gotten so mad. I had gotten in so much rage that it was as if like I just said, boom. And that's, it's just like I just was like a piece of matter floating in the universe. And then even then when I encountered Jesus, that wasn't even, oh my God. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I just thought about that. I just caught it. Oh. This moment's for me. Hold on a second. I just realized that moment, thank you, Holy Spirit. That moment when I called Jesus, that wasn't even an encounter. That was like the gates of hell had to release me. My God. Because I'm like, when I met Jesus, it was so peaceful. It was to the point where when I called on him, like, what is going on? Why do I have to crawl? Why are you being so mean to me? Baby, it was like the warden of warden. Without a mouth, without a face. Like, oh, so since you want to call on him, now crawl. Good luck. You'll be back. I was like, okay, Jesus, I know it was a little hard on you. I know I didn't believe in you. I understand, now I'm calling your name. Okay, all right. But no, when I had to pick up my daughter from the hospital, never in a million years. See, this is the thing. How much pain do you have to be in to seek God? Here I was wondering why my child is in ICU from an eye exam at Costco. When I tell you, I was like, I couldn't even feel my feet. And it reminded me of when I was 14 and pregnant, just like a veil, like the curtains was lifted, like truth was coming. And I just was like, I remember saying, dang, I'm 14 and pregnant. What am I going to do? And I was like, you're not 14 and pregnant. And you're like 36, 37. What you mean 14 and pregnant? Girl, if you don't call the police,